Nice, I like that. Look how thick that sucker is. Yeah, think it's more likely it would be D West. Am I to understand, looking at this, that we're back in that bloody swamp? Yes. So, how sure are you of this? Yeah, absolutely sure. I don't care how difficult it is. I really don't. I mean, I'll go in there by myself. And that, Rick Lagina, is why you are going to find this. Just 3 minutes ago, Rick and Marty Lagina may have finally hit the jackpot deep within the tunnels of Oak Island. For 8 years, they've been tirelessly excavating this enigmatic location, driven by tales of treasure buried by Spanish pirates, British soldiers, or perhaps the mysterious Knights Templar. Their most tantalizing clue came when they drained a swamp and unearthed an ancient spike dating back 300 years, possibly linked to a Spanish galleon. But what if this spike is just the beginning? Beneath it, could there be something even more sinister? Let us explore the most massive treasures on this haunted island, the sunken mysteries of Nova Scotia's hidden isle. For over 8 years, Rick and Marty Lagina, along with their dedicated team, have been excavating Nova Scotia's Oak Island, fueled by the enticing prospect of uncovering hidden riches. However, they still don't know who might have buried treasure there in the first place. Were the culprits Spanish pirates, British soldiers, or possibly the Knights Templar? Moreover, the question arises, why would anyone go through the trouble of burying valuables on such a secluded island? As the digging continues, public interest remains high, drawing us deeper into the activities on Oak Island, where each discovery is touted as potentially significant. Rick, convinced of its complexity, commands the draining of the swamp, believing it may yield some answers. Once the water is lowered, Gary takes over with his metal detector. Beneath a wooden board, he detects something intriguing. After some digging, the team unearths an old spike resembling those used on Spanish ships from the late 1600s to early 1700s. Believing it to be the first human touch it has received in about 300 years, veteran treasure hunters like Fred Nolan have suggested that the swamp, peculiarly shaped into a triangle, might have been deliberately constructed long ago to cover up an old shipwreck. This idea spawns further speculation. Could it have been the work of Spanish pirates using the swamp as a giant hiding spot? The team hopes that exploring this previously inaccessible part of the swamp will reveal physical evidence to support the theory that it was artificially made. The importance of excavating the Nolan side of the swamp stems from Fred Nolan's long-held belief that it might be central to solving the puzzle of the island. Could there be a sunken ship or a concealed vault there? During one of their digs, Rick comes across a log with a sharpened end, suggesting that more than one person was involved in its placement, possibly indicating human alteration of the environment. To navigate the muddy terrain of the drained swamp, the team sets up a grid for better management and uses metal detectors in areas where the soil is soft. On one such occasion, Gary's detector signals something not far below the surface. Eagerly, they dig and unearth a large, weathered iron object, possibly a piece of a larger item. Examining the artifact, they notice distinctive grooves and bends, speculating it could be a part of a chest or perhaps a bracket from a ship. The team, standing at the edge of the island, lets their imaginations wander to visions of sunken ships filled with wealth. Among the new finds is a piece of charred wood embedded in the iron, suggesting the possibility of a ship intentionally set on fire and sunk in the swamp. Why would someone destroy a ship in this manner? The act implies an attempt to hide something valuable or important. In the southeastern part of the swamp, the team discovers what looks like a stone pathway, or perhaps part of a ship's dock, buried under the mud and water. This significant find sparks a flurry of discussions about its historical implications. Darcy Spooner suggests that the stone layer they uncovered dates back to the early 1700s, possibly indicating that the pathway was used for transporting valuable goods. The team's next find with their metal detectors is about to change everything. The Money Pit, Hidden Structures. Gary and his teammate continue their search with metal detectors, their excitement mounting with each signal. They soon uncover an ancient pin, its surface weathered by time. The pin resembles a plumb bob, a tool used in building and surveying for centuries. This discovery leads to speculation about its origins and possible connection to early colonial activities or even earlier times. As the group gathers around the newly found pin, they consider its importance and how it might link to other historical finds or structures on the island. Nearby, a wooden structure starts to emerge from the muddy ground, raising questions about its relationship to the legendary money pit. The team anxiously awaits a report from Steve Guptill, the surveyor, hoping his findings might provide the breakthrough they need. With renewed determination, they press on with their exploration, driven by the hope of uncovering the long-sought answers about Oak Island, careful not to overstate the significance of each discovery as conclusive evidence. Steve starts his briefing by noting the similarities between the old cobblestone path uncovered last year and the new cobbles they are currently standing on. He points out how these match the surrounding land levels quite closely, suggesting they were purposefully aligned to head north toward the money pit's grid C1. This path alignment sparks curiosity among the team members, leading them to wonder about its intended purpose and whether it was deliberately aimed in that direction. Rick, Alex, Peter, and Doug gather around what appears to be an ancient Roman-style stone road. Their interest is clear as they discuss why such a path would exist in a boggy area, speculating about the immense effort that must have gone into constructing it. This path is remarkably similar to one they previously found in the Oak Island swamp, leading them to consider if Roman road-building techniques had influenced broader architectural traditions, possibly even affecting the Portuguese who were connected with the Knights of Christ. Driven by this idea, the team eagerly compares different construction methods, hoping to find any ties between Portuguese historical explorations and Oak Island. They believe that identifying these connections might provide valuable insights into the region's past, offering a clearer understanding of the motivations behind such constructions.